Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to look at informal letter, sample of a written letter and how it is supposed to appear on the paper, that is when you're writing it. So let us go straight and we look at it. So this is how your letter is supposed to appear on the paper. I want you to take your time. Look at the layout, look at the organization, look at the paragraphing. That is how your letter is supposed to appear on the paper. Remember, the first impression that someone gets when the person receives your letter is the layout. So which means it is really very important for you to be organized in it. So we are going to look at the different parts that we talked about in our previous video one by one, starting from the address, salutation, body, and then the closing. We are going to discuss them one by one. Remember, this kind of letter that we have used, it is the British style of writing letter. And still we are going to look at the American style of writing letter, and then also the paragraphing part of it. Sometimes it is called full block style. We are going to look at it now. Okay, let us now look at the parts one by one. We are going to start with our address. So now the one that is written in blue, the one I'm highlighting now, is the address. You can see it very well that we have used the slanting method of writing address. So that side is where you write your address. So if you are done with your address, you come to your salutation. Your salutation is right here. The one I'm highlighting is where you write your, that is the position where you write your salutation. So please don't forget, you keep the address the other side and you keep the salutation this side. So where you have written your salutation, like here we have hi, we have hello Steve. If you don't want to use the word hello, you could have used maybe the word hi, hey, or dear Steve. Then you place a comma. Where you have placed your comma is exactly where you start your paragraphing from. So the one I've highlighted here is our first paragraph. You can see that the word I am so happy to get this time to write to you. Where I is where the comma of the salutation is. Below it, that is where you write your first paragraph. And that is how you start it. So now if you look at the second paragraph, you can see that the second paragraph is still, it is well indented. You enter inside a bit and you start writing. That is how you can paragraph your work. That is if you want to use this method of indenting your paragraphs. So if you're done writing your letter, now you want to come to the closing part of it. You can see that the closing is this side of the letter. Here is where you write your closing. You can see here, your lovely brother, comma, and then below it, you put your name. You just write only one of your names. So which means the person who have written this letter is called Cyprian and has written the letter to Steve. So it is as simple as that. So this method is called the British style of writing letter, that is informal letter. So what about when you want to use a full block method of writing the letter? So we are going to work on this same letter. We are going to work on this same letter and we want it to appear as the full block method of writing letter. Remember, in full block method, everything starts from the margin. Everything starts from the margin and all of them start from the same line. Let me work on it. Oh, I don't know why it is not moving right up there. Let me work on it. You're going to move it slowly. Okay, let's work on it. Let's work on it. This one is supposed to be here. You're supposed to take this one the other side of. Let me move it slowly. Okay, we are working on it. We are working on our address. Of course, as I told you before, you can't formulate your address yourself. So Gasabo district, we write the second line, that is Rusororo sector. You start another line, you put Kabuga, comma, you write Rwanda. Then you put a full stop. Remember, the second line is supposed to have a comma. So I need you to look at this one here. So when you look at this one here, you will realize that our address is starting from the same line with our salutation. Everything is starting from the margin of the paper, this side. And even salutation, they're all starting from here. And of course, if you're done with your address, then now you write the date. You write your date. If you're done with that, you write your date. Or you can put maybe 12 December 2021, full stop. Okay, supposed to put a slash here. So you can see this is our address. Our address is complete, the date is complete, and now here we have our salutation. We have our salutation here. If you are done with your salutation, of course, when you're using this format of writing letter, that is full block method of writing letter, don't indent your paragraph. That is why I'm working on this one. So that the paragraph, adorable. Let me correct this. All right, so this is our paragraph number 2. Let us work on our paragraph number 3. I'm trying to correct it to fit in the method of full block, or you can call it American style of writing letter. Remember, the first one that we looked at is called the British style of writing letter. So this is how it is supposed to be. You can see that our first paragraph is starting from the margin here. Then you skip a line, you start your second paragraph. After the second paragraph, you skip a line, you put your third paragraph. And then if you're done with the third paragraph, you skip a line, you put your fourth paragraph. Of course, after your salutation, you skip a line. Then you start writing your letter. And then let us look at the downer part of it. Oh my God. Okay, even your closing, I'm moving our closing. Oh my God, let me correct it. Your study, you're closing in your study, full stop. So you put your closing this side of the letter. I think you can see where our closing is. And then after putting your closing, then you put your name. Your lovely brother, comma. So this is it. That is how the letter have to look like. That is if you want to use this method called full block method of writing letter. Everything start from the margin, from the same line. Please remember to keep the layout depending on the type of letter that you want to write. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel I see you next in our next video.